Hello, it's Coach Manny. I bet you've missed me the last few weeks. We haven't done a video in a while, but we're going to do one today. It's Coach Manny, and it's great to have you here today as we continue to strive to make this a better world for all of us. And what better way to look at that than to look at imagination? How imaginative are you in your business, your life, and your career? Are you just plain boring? Or are you imaginative? Let's take a look. And this arm still isn't working right. Those of you who know me out there know I had some surgery done on my neck. And it's not quite getting there, but it's starting to get there. So if you don't see me flare out and you see my writing's not quite where it maybe should be, that's the reason. But we're good. How imaginative are you? But let's go to a story. And if you look at the article, you can see the whole story. But the story is very simply, a man comes out and he looks at a piece of land. And he says, what a wasted place. Nothing else to do here. Can't build any more houses. There's nothing but hills over here and swamp over on the other side. And that man had no imaginative ability, did he? Or woman. Don't get me wrong. However, another guy or gal comes along and looks at the same exact place. And he takes an option on both pieces of land. He brings in some equipment. He blows out the hills with dynamite, moves the dirt, throws it on the swamp on the other side, and guess what? Levels this land, fills this one, and now he's got more building lots than maybe even needs. And he made a lot of money. Why? Because he was super smart? Nope. Because he thought outside the norm. He used that he used his imagination to say, instead of there's nothing here, what can I do? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because I think too many times, especially with the last recession and all the stuff that's going on, we give up. This is the greatest time where you need to use our imagination. And we need to think, what else can I do? Because right now, I'm going to tell you, is the time to make money. So I got 7 points here I want to go through pretty simply just to teach you today. I hope you all are having fun. And I know I should have the Hawaiian shirt on because it is Memorial Day weekend. And we're looking for a great weekend. Down the shore, for those who are in Jersey know, this is the time we start shutting down, right, for the summer. All right. Number 1, look at new ideas seriously. Instead of just blowing off stuff when people bring it in, look at it. Look at the new ideas. Consider them. And especially if you have some young people working for you and new people in the business, they're going to look at things in an entirely different frame. And they're going to come to you and say, Manny, why don't we try this? Or Manny, how come you never did this? And if I just blow them out, wow, I may have missed the greatest idea ever for my business. And I see it all the time with my clients. I have one client that brought their son into the business, mid-20s, had worked somewhere else a little while, and wow, the company today is twice as big as it was only a few years ago. Not because the young guy did all that. It's because the older person listened. Why don't we try this? Why don't we do this? And that company is just going to grow. On the other hand, I have other organizations who've gone through years and years of just pushing down the ideas. And today they're wondering, what's going on? Number 2. Encourage that imagination. Encourage that innovation. Don't just take it when it comes. Get people to think. Hold some educational stuff. Bring in some motivational people. And it's not a sale for me because you can bring me in, but bring somebody in. Get the juices rolling. Get the imagination rolling. Take the team out somewhere. Do something. You know? You got to look at yourself. And this is the hardest thing for most of us. Because I look at myself through my own eyes and say, wow, look at that good-looking, smart guy, right? No, I'm just kidding you. But the bottom line is we look at ourselves through our own eyes, and sometimes we need to just stop a moment and say, wow, what if I looked at myself through someone else's eyes? What would I see? Number 4, plan. Plan. Make it part of your plan. You know, how many times do we talk about plans? To look, listen, and learn. Because too many times we get so involved in what we're doing, we forget, I need to look around. What's going on in the company? I need to listen. What are people saying? I need to learn from everyone. It doesn't matter what business you're in. It doesn't matter who your employees are. It doesn't matter whether you have 1 employee or 100,000. You need to be listening. Number 5. Get outside your inner circle. Get outside the circle. This is why we have trade organizations, isn't it? So we can go out and see what other people are doing. This is why we go to other industries. You know, I'm in the coaching profession and I spend a lot of time in other businesses. Why? Because I need to round out. You do too. If you're an engineer, go to something like, I don't know, something totally different like the print industry. Or maybe go to software development. Or maybe go to something that's totally different like road construction. Who knows? I don't know. What I'm trying to tell you is, don't get so locked into an engineering block. Don't get so locked into a coaching block. Don't get so locked into a high-tech block. Listen, number 5. Get outside the circle. See what other people are doing. Go see what hairdressers are doing. I know that's a crazy thing to think about. But guess what? You might just learn something. Go sit down in a nail salon and let them do your nails and listen. You never know what you might find. Number 6. Read, read, read. If you're an executive, a salesperson, a professional, or just an employee, the more you read, the smarter you get, the more ideas you get, the more you see, the more you understand. It opens the window. If you're not reading, you're sitting in a box with no windows. I wouldn't hire an employee who doesn't spend time reading. Do you know, right now, and I remember learning this from Zig Ziglar. Zig always said, I spend 3 hours a day reading. I'm at 2 right now. And I'm pretty committed to spend 2 hours out of every day reading. Why? Because I need that knowledge. How am I going to get good if I don't look at how other people do, how other people think? You think you cannot read and be smart and be sharp? There are so many people who get out of school and never read another book. I'm telling you right now, here's what I want you to do. At least, everyone out there who's listening to this. Because you are doing some educational stuff, right? Read 1 book a month. Start there. Watch what it opens. And finally, educate yourself. You know, I'm a big football fan. I love baseball. I love hockey. I even love basketball. And soccer's my number 1, as you know who've listened to me. But all that is wonderful when I have time. Or when I need a break. But to let that drive your life like so many of you do out there, instead of listening to the sports talk radio, instead of worrying about what the score was last night, what's the score in your life? What's the score in your career? What's the score in your family? Start listening to educational stuff. Start learning. Start spending that time that you're in your car or that you're alone with headphones on, listening to something that's going to help you develop imagination. Because you're not going to develop it listening to the world. You got to listen to the world. What does that mean? It means don't let the world drive you. You got to take the driver's seat. So, those are 7 points. Are they the only points? No. Are there many more? What I'm trying to teach you today is, I want you to look at that piece of land, or that company that you're thinking of acquiring, or that employee that you're thinking of hiring, or that new business that you're thinking of going into. I want you to look at it with imagination. I want you to be imaginative. I don't want you to just say, well, according to the numbers. Too many times, the numbers are only one piece. Not that you shouldn't pay attention to the numbers. But back to our example, the numbers said, forget it. It's worthless land. It's worthless if you don't have imagination. This is Coach Manny Nowak. It's great to be back with you. We're going to cut some more videos here in the next few weeks. We're going to continue to educate you. You know we're here to help build a better world for all of you. Catch us on YouTube. Catch us on internet radio. We're all over the place, and we're always here to help you. You know the website? Yep, it's up there. And the phone number, of course, we used to keep it up here. It's on the website. Call me, email me. If you have any questions, get that imagination going. It's Coach Manny Nowak saying, have a great